Here's a better look at what's going on here. This is a MARSHALLTOWN plate compactor. This is just your base plate. Everything torn apart. Inside of here is nothing. So, this is your exciter that sits inside, all the way inside of here. There's a seal that goes on here, and also your pulley. That's where the belt runs to the engine. Throws this weight around. That's where you get the pow, pow, pow action. Anyways, the seal went out, started leaking everywhere. So we're gonna replace that seal. We also have new seals for these caps. MARSHALLTOWN wants to charge like $300 and some for these. So we're just gonna reuse them. They're good. There's just a seal that goes across here. So we got 2 new seals for that. The outer seal that goes on this shaft. The vibration dampening deals that go inside of here that hook onto this plate here. So yeah, pretty simple, straightforward. So let's just get the camera set up and we'll get her going. Everything has been cleaned and prepped and ready. First you want to grab this seal, they call it, I think, the cap, number 5, end cap machine. Took all this stuff apart, cleaned it really well. The other side of this exciter rides inside of here. So put an O-ring on it. Then we're gonna bolt it to the back side right here. 3 holes, 3 holes. Line them up, put your bolts in. Not sure what the torque specs are. So I'm just gonna use my best judgment on that and go from there. All right, got 2 out of 3. What's a project without, I can't pick it up on camera. Anyways, seems a little cross-threaded. 5/16 by 18 is what conclusion was. Let's get a different tool here. Yeah, be cautious. Don't be scared, just keep her level. Run her in, run her out. It's not that bad. Cross-threaded anyways. Sometimes you just get stuff in the threads. Yeah, just don't put these in an impact. If it gets super hard, just stop. Last thing you want to do is break a tab off. That already feels good enough there. Sometimes you can just run the bolt in and get lucky. Good to go. Alrighty, we got that good and snug. We're done on that side. When you come inside, you can see the bearing. When I was hammering that in, this fell off, so make sure you reinstall this. If I can do this. Make sure there's no dirt on it too. Sorry, I can't give you a good view here. Just slide it back in. Right there. All right, put the shaft in. This piece came out clean. All I did was take some emery cloth, had a little bit of rust here to get that seal off. You literally just line this up. That's just riding inside that bearing. Check your bearings, make sure they're good. And then we're gonna reinstall this side. Put your seal on. That'll go over there. Put a seal on, pulley, back in business. All right, putting the seal in. You got a little side that has a metal ring on it that goes towards the inside where you're sealing the oil off. Might be common sense to everyone, maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, find yourself a socket about the same size. Pound that in evenly. Got the outer seal pressed in flush. Don't forget your little O-ring there. push that bad boy on, put your bolts in, tighten it down. Everything reinstalled. It's always good practice to, to spin it around a couple times, make sure everything's bound up. All right, let's put the pulley on. All right, time to put the pulley on. Don't forget your key. Pulley goes on like yay. And this one also has a set screw that pinches down on the key. That completes everything on the exciter side. Now we just need to put vibration dampeners on. Part number if anyone wants it. Comes with all new hardware and everything. All right, we set the engine back up there. The book recommends like an inch between the, if you can measure an inch between the belt for their belt tension. That ends up being a little too loose when you're packing. I don't know if these shock things were worn out or what, but you have to push down on the handles to get it kind of move. It just seems kind of goofy. But this is a Predator 224. So it's actually a little much for this packer, but we just threw it on there when the GX160 rings went out of it. So it works good for now. Also, quick mention, you should definitely get one of these little hose extenders if you don't have it. Just so that when you change oil, you don't dump it all over your machine. It just makes it a lot easier. All right, torque the engine down. Put this crash cage back on. Next up will be this piece for the belt rides. This did break. I re-welded it on the bottom here. And actually this broke and had the weld shop weld that piece back on. Other than that, it's been a very good packer. All right, we got everything buttoned back up. If you ever put a tachometer on something, you just wrap that wire 5 times around the old spark plug. Good to go. Fresh oil. I don't have enough oil for the exciter, but this is what the manual states it needs. Anyways, hope this helps somebody. If not, happy packing. One last mention on these vibration things, I forgot to kind of show you. There's just a short bolt. Bolt that on this plate with the rubber on the outside. Torque that down. Slide the plate down in here. Long bolt on that side. We don't have that extra little fancy plate. Number 19. We don't have that piece. So I'd use the old bolts with a washer to kind of make it the right size, but yeah, self-explanatory. Just forgot that step. So anyways, thanks for watching.